fool. We appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. You and me will always be tight. Chaverst giving up the day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. It's the Carlos Chaverst Show.
Yo, Murdaham, what's good, my brother? Welcome, everybody, to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. show. Today is another great day right here with you all. Today is Tuesday, January 26th, 2021. It's the second day of the week. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are doing pretty good. We got a good show lined up. Murdaham, man, how your day been, brother?
Man, my day has been fucked up. I would first like to say, Enterprise on Thornton Road, you can suck my balls from the back. I had a little incident with my car Friday. I got a rental car. They called me, was like, hey, look, I need you to bring the rental car back. I'm going to exchange it. We're going to give you another one. I'm like, cool, bet. I didn't want to drive a Camry anyway. So I took the rental car back. You know what I'm saying? See some rental cars out there. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm about to get a rental. I'm going to get a rental right now. Sit there, 45 minutes. Lady come back. Okay, I just want to tell you now, we don't have any rentals available. We're supposed to get some dropped off at 5 o'clock. Well, why did you call me at 11 and tell me to bring the rental car back? You knew you didn't have no rental car.
You know you didn't have no rental. Yeah.
You didn't have no fucking rentals. So after a lot of complaining, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, cussing out all this, they told me to come up there tomorrow. They're going to have a rental car for me. My rentals are free anyway. So I feel like that's why they kind of played me to the left a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Allstate.
Rentals are free. So, you know, they think they can treat you any kind of way.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Allstate, man, for, you know what I'm saying, for the excellent coverage that I got with them. You know what I'm saying? You are in good hands with them because you're saying my deductible is $100 and I get free rentals whenever I fuck my car up. But I got to fuck my car up to do that. So the pimp policy is down right now, man. I'm kind of sad.
Well, there you have it, you know, so at least you got a good policy. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let us know every single night. We like to know where you guys are watching from. So please let us know where you guys are watching from. Where are you watching? We love to kind of engage with our audience, see, well, just where you guys are tuned in from. Are you tuned in from Birmingham? We got people that be watching in LA, be watching in New York, be watching all over. Let us know where you're watching from. We always like to show love. Your comments will show up on the screen. So please let us know. Weatherman Wolf said, fuck Allstate. It's Jake from State Farm.
Jake not getting niggas free rental cars, man. Jake ain't. And how you gonna say fuck Allstate? They got a black dude. We got a black dude. You know what I'm saying?
You're in good hands. It's Allstate, man. You're in good hands. Yeah. Good hands. No, you're right.
Who that weather? Whoa, the people was looking for you. You get what I'm saying?
Boy, you let these folk down, man.
You let these folk down, whoa. We're gonna get Whoa on the show, man.
I don't know who worse. I don't know who worse. You, Whoa, for letting these folk down with the tornado, or James Spann a few years ago when he told everybody that it wasn't gonna snow, and we got a whole bunch of damn snow that day. I remember that. So
yes, Terry, we come on every night at 7.
Yes, Terry, we're here every night at 7 Central Time. Yes, Central Time.
8 o'clock Eastern Time.
Jasmine says she's tuned in from Atlanta, Georgia. Chelsea from Vancouver, Washington. Chelsea, welcome. Chelsea and I used to be like best friends back in high school. Chelsea, glad to see you tonight. James, what's good, man? James is tuned in from Birmingham. That's actually my brother's dad. So what's good, James? I appreciate you for tuning in today. Vic, fuck you too, Vic.
Damn, Victor.
You're gonna get
Dick DeMond Jr.
You're gonna get beat up by these folks. Hoover, Alabama. All right, now, Sugar. All right, look now. We appreciate you for tuning in, but
who the hell else they be calling in from Hoover? They be
we don't.
in from Hoover.
Jermel.
Jermel, yeah. We're gonna put y'all in the box together.
We fuck with you, but we don't with Hoover, okay? All right, so let's see. Kimberly said Edgar, Alabama. So welcome, Kimberly, from Edgar, Alabama.
I don't even know what that is.
Hey, I was born here too. Spent 19 years in Birmingham and decided to move back up here. So congratulations on your life in Vancouver, Washington. Chelsea, you got married, so congratulations on that. I might need to get some pointers to you, figure out, how y'all live, in a good marriage. So, I'll probably reaching out. Vic said, I'm tuned in from Carol Robinson living room.
I believe it.
I believe that. He's tuned in. Jasmine said, yeah, I was a military child. I left Washington in my 6th grade year and went to Birmingham. I also went to high school with Jasmine, but I think Jasmine now lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Appreciate that. Lawrence Jones said, Backwoods, Alabama, wherever that is. Sound like a pack of backwoods in Alabama. But Backwoods, Alabama. Robin, welcome. Michelle, welcome. Michelle's been with us every night this season, so welcome. All right, so tonight we got a very good show lined up. We're talking about Kobe Bryant tonight. We're talking about the tornado that ravaged that ravaged through our communities on last night. I didn't even know there was a tornado in the first place last night. I didn't know the tornado until it hit. I'm up here. I guess I don't get. I'm used to weatherman won't letting us know about the weather or something. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, yeah. So, but it is what it is. So there's a tornado. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that tonight. Also, we have a special guest, the mayor of Centerpoint, Mayor Bobby Scott. He's newly elected mayor. We had him on the show a few months ago when he was on the campaign trail, but now tonight he has actually been elected as the mayor of Centerpoint, the second mayor of Centerpoint. Centerpoint has been a city since 2002, and this is the very first time that Centerpoint has their very own, their second mayor, who happens to be a black guy. So we are excited about that. We'll have Mayor Bobby Scott on the show just shortly tonight. And also, we're talking about Tory Lanez. Now, I'm so ready for this shit to be over with, man. I am so ready for this shit to be over with. Okay, Brandon.
I'm ready for the truth to come out.
Welcome, Brandon. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Thanks for tuning in, Brandon. He's the son of Ricky Smiley. Tell your dad we said hello. And if we could get your dad onto the show, man, we would love to have your dad or yourself. You have a comedy career yourself. So we would love to talk to you about what it's like for you to follow in your dad's footsteps as a comedian as well, and share kind of, your some of your content with us here on the show. So, Brandon, please let us know. But like I said, tell your dad that the Carlos Chaverst Jr. show, we send our best wishes to him, and we would love to have him on the show. I got a chance to interview him a while ago. Suki changed from Facebook to YouTube. She not tuning in from YouTube. She said, I had to put you on my TV. So we ready for it. We appreciate it. Michelle said, what Tory do now? We're going to get into that.
He begging a snitch. Oh, well, yeah. Let me shut up.
We're going to get into that tonight. So we got that tonight on the show. Tory Lanez. Jeremy and Samantha said, right, I'm ready for the truth. And yes, that's all we going to bring to you tonight. And Dre Dolph said, what's good? Los was good, man. Dre is out in Las Vegas, Nevada. He recently moved from Reno to Las Vegas. So we got a chance to hang out with him while we're in Las Vegas for Thanksgiving. So big shout out to Dre. All right, everybody. Again, welcome. We got a very good show lined up.
I want to get it shared. I want to share my Facebook page with somebody.
Share your Facebook page.
Yeah, like what it was, Mary and Dre.
Yeah,
and
that's Mary and Dre.
We got Samantha
and Jeremy.
And Jeremy, I got to share a Facebook page. I want to share a Facebook page. That's some real live love right there. So do y'all log in from y'all phones like separately, or is it like a family device that y'all get on when y'all want to get on Facebook?
Yeah, let us know. Hey, Miss Rose, Miss Rose made a contribution to the Carlos Chaverst Foundation today to help with the families that are suffering. So I appreciate her for making a contribution today. So thank you so very much for that contribution. And Brandon, he said he slept right through it. Yeah, it was a very big storm last night. Now, Vic come trolling. Talking about he missed Trump.
I agree, man. I miss Trump already, man. The presidency been boring the last week, man. We ain't heard nothing. Ain't nobody said that. Ain't nobody did that.
It is a little boring.
It's a little boring.
You know, I'm like, God, hey. You know, I'm like, yo, you know, it is indeed boring. And then I watched. He said Trump term was lit. It was. Now thinking back, you know, like I don't think I like this decency and order shit. You know,
dysfunction. Give us some dysfunction. This is America.
Right.
This is America. For real.
Yeah, I'm
we
like
no president like Trump. Good. I don't think we'll ever have another one. So
we had entertainment every damn day, you know, like the president was actually a little lit. We might not like the fucker, but he was very entertaining, you know, in Donald Trump fashion. She answered your question. She answered your question
with an S.
She said, really, Jeremy never gets on Facebook. It's mainly just me. So that answered your question. But I know a couple of couples that kind of does the same thing where they share accounts, but I you know that is very interesting. It's very interesting. It's very interesting.
And that's good. And I like Samantha because even though Jeremy's not on Facebook, she made her name the middle name, and his name came first. So I mean, I respect that. the long way. It's not Samantha and Jeremy. You know what I'm saying? It's Jeremy and Samantha, even though it's Samantha's page, quote unquote. So that's what's up, Samantha. I like that.
Vic said politics met reality TV. And that's exactly what it was.
Facts.
That's exactly. Donald Trump said he about to go start his own damn network. He said, bump this. He said, you ain't going to let me on Twitter. Fuck Twitter, for Facebook. He about to start his own thing. So be on the lookout for what Donald Trump can do. Deborah said, I can now look at a movie now. Yeah. I can watch a movie too, you know. I can watch a movie too. Myra and Dre Dawg said facts. And see, okay, now in that case, they got Myra and Dre Dawg. So, you know, like her name is first and then his name.
Okay.
So I guess
but you see what color they is though, right? I ain't gonna say nothing. You see what color they is versus the other side. But we just gonna leave that right there. We're gonna leave that on the table right there. But shout out to y'all, man. So who's on page more? Is it Mary or is it Dre that's on the page more? Probably gonna be Mary.
Yeah, now Myra. Who's on Facebook more?
Myra, okay.
You or Myra? Which one of you all are? Yeah, now Dre is black. So Dre black. Dre black. Now Dre cool. He cool too. He cool people. But Dre, let us know that. All right, so we're going to take a very, very, very quick commercial break from one or two of our partners, and we'll be right back shortly. And we're going to be talking about Kobe Bryant next. It's been a year since Mamba died, so we'll be talking about Kobe, the great. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
iHangTVs.com, Alabama's #1 HD TV and surround sound installation team, specializing in TV over brick wall fireplace installations. And yes, we hide the wires. We also install TVs on your patio with outdoor sound for great backyard fun. Call us and book your installation today. 1-877-I-HANG-TVs.
I hang TVs. And yes, we hang the wire.
He has done it again.
That's right. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Snipe Young has done it once again. Certified gold.
Certified gold. The new Native Instruments Snipe Young expansion.
Don't stop.
Welcome back, everybody. Check out Snipe Young. He is a dope-ass producer. Man, actually, matter of fact, Snipe has won Grammys for his work. He's worked, like, we're not talking about one Grammy. We're talking about multiple Grammys. This man has worked with, he produced Beyonce's Lemonade album. He produced songs for Drake, for Chris Brown. This man all over the place. So please check out anything that he has. Slicky said, "Oh my God, real commercial. It's nothing. What you expect? This
Then the low show.
That's how we roll over this way. That's how we roll over this way.
Whole lot of low shit."
All right, Murdaham. So again, welcome everybody. It's Tuesday, January 26, 2021. All right, brother. Look, so check this out, man. It has been a year since we lost NBA legend Kobe Bryant, RIP member, and his daughter Gianna, and all the other people who died in that helicopter crash as well.
Hey man,
yeah.
Only person died in that crash was Kobe and Gianna.
We can't say that, man.
Only person that is the only people we know. Who else died in the? Tell me who else died in the crash. Don't Google it. I
don't know the name. I don't know the name, but I just read it. I was looking at an article from one of the guys who remember there's a woman who was a coach for I guess like the basketball team that Gianna had played with, and so one of the articles came out today where he talked about a year since her passing. Since losing his wife in that fatal accident, and kind of what it's been like over the past year, trying to deal with her unfortunate passing. So it's been a thing. Now, Big said it's been a year since COVID was creeping under the radar, and that is exactly true too. We're actually coming up. Right. Actually, today marks, no, maybe yesterday, one of these days, this week marked the first case that was officially declared in the United States of America a year ago of COVID-19 in Oregon. So we are a year. So time is flying by, man, because it does not feel like a year. And I'm saying, like, where has time gone? But in the case of Kobe Bryant, I do want to kind of give an update. So it has been a year since Lakers legend Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others died in a helicopter crash in the foothills of the Santa Monica Mountains near Calabasas, California. The families were flying to a youth basketball tournament where the pilot encountered thick fog and slammed into a hillside. The January 26, 2020 crash spawned an investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board, as well as a number of civil lawsuits, which remains unsolved or outstanding. Now, ESPN is reporting today that the National Transportation Safety Board announced earlier this month that it has scheduled a February 9th board meeting to publicly discuss and determine the probable cause of the crash. Now, in an initial report about the accident released last February, the NTSB said that the pilot, Ara Zobian, took off shortly after 9 a.m. for John Wayne Orange County Airport in a Swarovski S-76B en route to Camarillo, California, about 95 miles north. Now, they said videos and photos taken by the public in the area of the accident depict fog and low clouds obscuring the hilltops. Now, after the pilot encountered the clouds, he told air traffic control he was climbing to 4,000 feet to find his way out. Instead, he ascended to 2,300 feet and then began a high-speed descent and left turn into the hills. While the helicopter was not equipped with a flight data recorder or cockpit voice recorder, the NTSB estimated that the helicopter hit the hillside at more than 184 miles per hour. In addition to Bryant and his daughter, Orange Coast College baseball coach John Atabelli, his wife Carrie, and their daughter Alyssa were killed in the crash. Melbourne Sports Academy basketball coach Christina Mauser and mother and daughter Sarah and Peyton Chester and Zobian also died in the crash. Last May, the agency released more than 1,000 pages of documents relating to the crash that said there was no evidence of mechanical failures and no indication the pilot had alcohol or drugs in his system. The report also said that the pilot might have misperceived the angles at which he was descending and banking. So that is basically an update in what is going on in the case of Kobe. Like a year later, Vic has made a very good point. Vic said Kobe's wife told the NBA, don't do any tribute.
No tribute.
And, I could totally see, like, this thing, but this is a very tough time for their family right now because the cause of the crash a year later still has not been determined. So it is. So that's something to think about. But please, Facebook audience, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on the situation with Kobe Bryant and his unfortunate passing, or just simply share your message of whatever to his family, and we'll show it here. But rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, the great. It's been a year. There's been very little traction on this case, and but it's just sad, man. We were not expecting to lose Kobe Bryant at 40 years old, or his daughter at 7 years old, or however old she was at the time of the passing. But so I've taken a helicopter ride. Memory and I, we did a helicopter ride for in Vegas around Thanksgiving. Our very first helicopter ride. It was something. The way that they take off, they can go extremely fast. As soon as they take off, it has been crazy. Vic said the world has been upside down since, and that has been an absolute fact. Michelle said, I know his family is tired of the reminder. And that's probably what it is too. When he was a star and the person that he was, hearing this every single day, it can become
tiring.
Tiresome. Yeah. This family has every day basically for the past year, every day has been a tribute to Kobe Bryant, in some aspect. So, I could totally see where the family is in what they're asking. Now, I'm going to read a little bit about the situation with Vanessa. Let's see. What are your thoughts?
It was weird for me too, man, because Kobe was my favorite player, man. So I completely stopped watching basketball after Kobe died, because I was a diehard Lakers fan, and then we lost Kobe, then we had a bad year, and then we got LeBum. So I just had to, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, we're trying to honor Kobe. Why you gotta do all that, man?
We is honoring Kobe. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking on, you know what I'm saying? My turmoil and my stress after Kobe died, I can no longer enjoy Laker basketball anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was hard watching it without him. Now to see that guy over there, fake Kobeing, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to see. It's hard to, That's why I was glad we got to go to the Staples Center when we was in LA. Just to, you know what I'm saying, see all the stuff that we seen down there. I wish that, they would have won it when we was there. But, yeah, losing Kobe at that time, somebody that dedicated their whole life to basketball, and when he finally stepped away from basketball to be a family man, it's like, damn, that shit crazy. Just let you know that you got to cherish every moment, man. People got to stop going to bed mad. People got to stop letting all kind of, issues just dwell on, man, because you never know when, you be saying RIP. Just imagine if, like, Gianno, we ain't lose Odom, man. Odom almost took himself out. And then Kobe almost got Odom.
So, really quick, I'm going to read part of the story about Kobe Bryant's family when they reportedly asked the NBA not to hold tributes for this year. Now, Revolt TV is reporting today that the family of the late Kobe Bryant has asked the NBA and its teams not to hold tributes for him as the 1-year anniversary of his tragic passing it nears. On Monday, January 25th, Jason Dumas, sports director of KRON 4 News, he revealed the news on Twitter. He said, quote, if you notice the lack of official tributes from organizations at the NBA this week for Kobe Bryant, it is because his family has asked that teams do not do tributes this year. Now, the NBA seems to be under the family wishes. So far, there haven't been many tributes held for Bryant this week. Now, as we said today, it marked the 1 year since his death. But earlier this month, get this, Vanessa Bryant shared a message on her Instagram story about grief. And the message says, quote, "One day you're in the moment laughing at the next day you don't feel like quote, "One day you're in the moment laughing and the next day you don't feel like being alive. I want to say this for people struggling with grief and heartbreaking loss. Find your reason to live. I know it's hard." She continued, quote, "I look at my daughters and I try to push through the feeling for them. Death is guaranteed, but living the rest of the day isn't. Find your reason," end quote. So this seems to be hitting the family pretty hard. And also we got to think about this. There's a financial aspect that comes along with this stuff. You know, even if they were to honor Kobe, guess what? Those folk are making money. You know, these folk are hurting. They're dealing with grief and so many other things. They're like, we don't, you know, so I totally get it. I don't know the exact reason, but if I had to speculate, I would say that, you know, that would be one. And also they don't want to see all this stuff plastered all over the place, you know, like that's also grief is something. And, you know, it's different because when you're in the limelight, like Vanessa Bryant and her children, you know, you have these expectations, you know, and then you have a person like Kobe that everybody loved. Rest in peace, Mamba, and his daughter, Deanna, and everyone else that was a part of that tragic accident. We're going to take a very quick commercial break, everyone. But when we return, we're joined by Centerpoint Mayor Bobby Scott. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be right back.
ET for whole life, Marshall.
I love you, Kinty.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Carlos Chaverst Jr. show. We're live. It's Tuesday, January 26th, 2021. Please like, tag, and share. Like the video. Tag somebody in the video really quick. And also share the video. We want people to know what's happening in our communities and all that good jazz. So like, tag, and share someone in the video and share it to your timelines. All right. So we have a guest, everybody. We're joined tonight by the mayor of Centerpoint, Alabama, Mayor Bobby Scott. Mayor, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Thanks for having me on today.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for taking the time, Mayor, especially during this time. We do know that it's been a very busy day for you. You guys have had a lot of things happening over the past few hours, including a tornado that has come and kind of ravaged through some of your city. So we wanted to kind of get you on tonight to talk about a couple of things. One, we had already asked you to come on and talk about the things that you were doing at Centerpoint, but this just so happened to happen. So, Mayor, again, welcome. Let's get to it, Mayor. First off, how are you doing, Mayor? I know you've been in office for just a few short months. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Just trying to keep up at this point. So it's a lot to take in. That first 2 or 3 weeks, everything was coming at me left and right. So it takes a second or two to get adjusted to the speed of things, but everything's starting to slow down a little bit. Your confidence grows, making decisions becomes a little bit easier. So I'm pretty confident right where I am right now. So
okay, that's always good. So Mayor, We're going to talk about a couple of things, but first, let's kind of tackle the issue of what happened overnight. There was apparently an EF2 tornado that come through the Fultondale area, kind of destroyed a big chunk of Fultondale, a city of 9,000 people, but it also impacted the city of Centerpoint, a city of, I believe, roughly between 16 and 20,000 people.
Right. Yeah,
So-
we had a touchdown probably, I would say somewhere around 11 and 11:30 last night. And, we sheltered in place, my family. And after about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I did get up and kind of, drove around the neighborhood a little bit to see what we could assess. Even though it was really dark, we could, tell that there were some trees down in particular places. So we got those marked and everything for the next morning. And then, I heard that there was some damage over at Sun Hill, which, Sun Hill Road, which is where Hilldale Baptist Church is. If you are from Centerpoint or grew up in Centerpoint, that's a big landmark here in the city. It also has our rec center and library, brand new library that we just opened up last year, brand new rec center that we opened up last year as well. So, that was a little bit, you don't want to hear of something that you just invested a lot of money in being destroyed. But fortunately, no damage to either of those facilities. The church did sustain quite a bit of damage, though. So we'll get started on that as soon as possible. A lot of the houses across the street were completely destroyed, kind of almost like it skipped in and hit a spot real quick, skipped again, and maybe took out a tree and then jumped right out of Centerpoint. So I feel like we're blessed to not have any injuries or deaths in the city. Mainly just property damage. Compared to Fultondale, I think we were kind of lucky.
Okay. Yeah, no, I totally agree. From my understanding, there was one fatality, which happened to be a 14-year-old child, from my understanding, who died, and also there were roughly almost 24 people that were injured. But none of those injuries were in the city of Centerpoint, Mayor.
No, we didn't have any reports of injuries. The houses that did get destroyed, fortunately, the owner was not home, or the person had got out in just enough time listening to the sirens and everything, so they were able to leave. And then they came back later that night and were able to go back in and collect some things. They had family in the area, so a bad tragedy, but they weren't really displaced as far as being without a home, so they did have some other places to go.
Okay. Now, Mayor, kind of talk about the extent of the damages. I know that it kind of take authorities a few days or so before they can fully assess the amount of damages. But are you aware of what some of those figures could potentially look like, Mayor?
I'm not, honestly. I know there's, as far as city property, Hilldale Baptist is owned by the city, and it's being leased out by Victory City Birmingham Church with Pastor Brandon Knight. So there's going to be extensive repair to that church. I mean, literally, it just grabbed half of the roof and threw it in the street. Some signage. I think every pew was wet. Some electrical equipment got rained on overnight. The floor has water on it. So some extensive work to be done there. Some extensive work to be done to a lot of roofs and housing structures and everything. So a lot of large trees kind of toppled over, damaged a lot of roofs and everything. So, but I don't know what the cost estimate would be right now.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. It usually takes days before we know, but I just wanted to know if you knew anything. But anyway, Mayor. So, what are there any resources that could potentially be available to people that you know of now for anyone who may have any kind of damage to their homes or anything? What's going on now, or what could you guys provide, or what's an update on where things potentially be for people and that need help?
If you haven't been contacted by either the Red Cross or United Way or Salvation Army just yet, please give us a call at City Hall so we can kind of direct you to the right people. We have talked to Jefferson County as far as what we could expect for assistance. And I know Governor Kay Ivey is coming into town tomorrow, so we will, get with her as far as additional assistance from this disaster. We have set up a donation area at City Hall where our old the former JCCEO building was, right behind City Hall. So we've staged an area there where you can bring donations in as far as bottled water, non-perishable items, clothing, baby items, sanitation items, cleaning stuff. Even some people even bought pet food in. So we have that area set up for residents in need, and we also have that set up. So if you want to donate or you want to help out through the city, please stop through and drop that off. So we'll have somebody out there manning that station all week.
Okay. Yeah, no, thank you so much for that, Mayor. So that's some good information. So now let's kind of pivot a little bit, Mayor. We talked about the storm from last night, but let's more so now talk about your time as mayor. So let's talk about your platform, some of the things that you kind of talked about for your vision for the city of Centerpoint, and kind of what. First off, this is what I want to know. Like, what was the situation that you inherited when you were first elected on your first day? When you got there, what was the first thing that came to mind?
What our budget looked like, and what our spending practices look like. You get a lot of papers handed to you that first day, or that first week. A lot of checks to sign and everything. So you kind of just need a little bit of time to slow down and see what you as a city are spending money on. So, once you kind of get that adjusted, you evaluate your bank accounts, what you have to spend, and what your campaign goals, how you see those kind of coming into fruition throughout the next 1 to 4 years, based on that budget and what you have to work with.
Okay. No, that's very fair. So now, I remember talking to you about Centerpoint and some of the things before. But when as you see things and as you got a chance to take a look at the budget, what are since running and being in office, what have your ideas changed as far as what the top priorities are for the city, and what are those top priorities for the city?
No, I think everything is still on track. We have a new council as well, and they're very motivated. So as far as our goals and what our campaign looked like, I think we're still on track, inviting new businesses into the city, investors. I've had a lot of contact with, people that want to come into the city, people that want to bring businesses into the city. So we're still working on that. We have a lot of leads, a lot of contacts. So hopefully, in the next 6 months to a year, kind of takes a little bit of time to get things like that off the ground, that you'll see different businesses starting to pop up and open within the city. Outside of that, our next thing was a police department. That was a huge thing during the campaign. We haven't, strayed away from that or anything. We've actually got a study, got some people to do a study for us. And it'll be like a stage 1 study as to, if we started a police department, what could we afford? How many officers? Would we need a contract or a mutual agreement with Jefferson County? Who's jail? So that kind of study is going to bring all of that together for us. And we'll sit down. We'll have work sessions. We currently have them scheduled for like once a month at the end of the month, where we'll sit down and talk and discuss what the next step is based on those results.
Okay. And so, Mayor, now, that's pretty good. So when it comes to engagement with the city and with your citizens, I want to talk about that, like how, what your plans are to kind of better engage with the citizens, because I grew up in Centerpoint, but I'll be honest with you, I feel like we were not able to really engage with the mayor. He came around, when it was something going, like he had to come around, he was at the football games and he was there, but there was a huge disconnect and there's a huge disconnect. And so, Mary, could you talk about your plans for really engaging with the community? And then we're going to take a question from our Facebook community.
Okay. My plan is just to go to the grocery store. I meet more people at the grocery store than anywhere else. So I was there today, and the cashier was like, "I saw you on TV this morning." I was like, "I'm trying to see myself on TV." So, I appreciate you recognizing me. But I stay out in the community. I do photography. So being at Little League, I actually had a kid in my inbox the other day, and he was like, "Mr. Scott, you come to the game?" And I was like, "Which game?" And he was like, "We'll be at the Rec Center Friday. I need some candid shots." So, I'm kind of like their professional photographer. But I told them, anything you guys need. I've been knowing these kids since they were like 6 or 7 playing Little League football. So it's actually an honor for me to be able to follow them up and kind of keep track of them as they grow up. They're 13 and 14 now. So as they go through middle school and high school, I want to be able to kind of help them out when they are in need. I think that's a very important part to our community puzzle, is getting your youth engaged and getting, having them have somebody that they can look up to or kind of find some direction with. And PTA has always been a big thing with me, being at the schools, meeting the parents and everything. So not really changing a whole lot, outside of what I've already been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually plan on doing the live a little bit earlier to keep citizens updated on what we have going as far as the tornado and shelter and clothing and different things like that. So we just created a Facebook page. I think I sent you an invite, so hopefully we get you added to that. And our website will be debuting at the end of March, I think. So we have a brand new website that's being designed for ease of use, residential resources, things that we in City Hall get called about throughout the day. So we want to make it easily accessible to a lot of our residents to kind of keep them in the loop.
Yeah, no, and that's good government, Mayor. That's good government. That's how government should work. I'm not going to speak on how it used to be, but we're just grateful and thankful that we have innovative leadership at Centerpoint, and someone who is here to really move the city forward. Even with businesses, I saw so many people who were just disencouraged from creating new businesses in Centerpoint because of so much red tape that was put up for businesses. So I hope Mayor, that you are working with businesses now to be able to potentially cut some of that red tape and make it easier for you all to make more money through business taxes.
Right. Yeah. We definitely want that process to be fair across the board. So, and there are some things that, as far as restrictions, that I'm aware that the council is going to go back and look at and reevaluate. To try to draw more business into the city, to try to draw more, larger crowds and to want to spend money in the city.
Cool. So let's go to Facebook really quick, Mayor. We have Centerpoint resident. She said her name is Deborah Story. She said we need our own garbage service and trash pickup. So, Mayor, can you kind of speak on that and your thoughts about that?
Yes, and I 95% I agree with you. We've had a lot of issues with our, Advance was just bought out by Waste Management. So we've had a lot of issues this past year with garbage services and picking up on time and picking up debris and stuff like that. So trust me, we get those notices first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. My phone's going off from all the different complaints that we get in, and our public works department and horticulture department take those very seriously and do react to those when we get them. The only thing about having our own, and it has been brought up before, and it's more of a budgetary item that we will have to work out to see, in the long run, how much it'll cost the city.
Yes, sir. Well, if you guys get enough good businesses in there, then you may very well have the tax revenue to be able to do these great things. So anybody out there with a business, you guys want to relocate to Centerpoint, the city is doing a better job with attracting new businesses. So please reach out to the city to see what you can do so that the entire area could be, Centerpoint could be a very, economic powerhouse in the entire Northwest Jefferson County region. Just one by the number of people. It's one of the larger cities in the area. Like I said, Fultondale has only a population of 9,000 people. So, so if you boost up Centerpoint, you really boost up and increase, and the entire region from Penson to Clay to so many other areas in that same vicinity. So, any final things you want to share with people, Mayor, about the work that you guys are doing in Centerpoint and what to look forward to in the future?
Definitely. But first, I do want to say to Ms. Deborah, I did sit down this week, as a matter of fact, with the head of waste management, who's going to now be taking over our garbage service. And he promised me that it would get better. So we hope to have him out at council meetings fairly soon to tell the public that as well. So we are definitely working with them. We have about 2 more years on that contract. So unless we just buy it out, we're kind of stuck with them for 2 years, but we will get that together. So, and as far as, the residents and projects, we have things coming. So we ask that you are patient with us in the council. Trust me, they are working very hard to see the city improve and grow. I think we all want the same thing. So.
And Ms. Deborah said, yes, getting businesses will help because I really do not like spending money in trust bills. So, we're very, we're wishing you nothing but the best, Mayor. You always have an open invitation here. If there's anything that you would like to share with anybody, you're always welcome to come on. So, just let me know and we'll get you on. Murdaham, you have any questions for the Mayor?
Yeah, you were saying the phone's going off early in the morning. So the complaint line is direct contact to you?
We have a system that we log our complaints in. So anytime that you call City Hall and give us a garbage complaint, dog complaint, no matter what the complaint is, it is logged into the system and it goes out to the proper department, which all come to me eventually. So it's a way that we can keep up with everything that's kind of going on. If there's a complaint that hasn't been checked on in a couple of times, we can, actually track it down and take care of it.
And that calls for more accountability too, because if I'm the mayor, I can say, well, okay, why haven't this been followed up on? Why is this lady still calling me? So
why did lady keep that's the reason why you would.
Yes, take that very seriously.
but that's
stop letting these folks wake me up at 7 o'clock in the morning with these complaints, man. Y'all better get it.
I had to get used to that, man.
But it's good.
I did photography for like 3 years, and I didn't have to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So, this is definitely something different for me to have to reach over and look at my phone if it's not an emergency, because I also get the updates from the fire department, from the police department. Okay. So anything between 11 and 8 is probably not good for me. So, but it's good to be in the know about it.
Yeah, and I bet you transition now to having to wake up in the morning and the first thing you that's on your mind is making certain a disaster didn't happen overnight.
Right, exactly. Hope nothing happened last night. Let me get to work and sit at my desk and get me some coffee, and not have to call the police or call the fire chief and see what's going on. So yeah, I cherish quiet nights now.
Yes, sir. Well, Mayor. We certainly appreciate you for your time tonight, and we look forward to having you on. Hopefully, you'll be on pretty soon to talk more about what you guys are doing in Centerpoint. But thank you so much, Mayor, and we'll be in touch, and we're rooting for you.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All
right, everybody. That was Centerpoint Mayor Bobby Scott, and to honor the mayor, we're going to actually play a commercial from a business in Centerpoint. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Take this. commercial from Pink Empire, who happens to be a black business in the city of Center Point.
This your girl, Chia Lee, and I need y'all to pull up at 531 Huffman Road in Birmingham, Alabama to get some of the latest fashions, shoes, hair, lashes, wigs, now offering bundles and lip gloss in multiple flavors. Follow us on Instagram at Pink Empire LLC. You can always shop at www.pinkempirellc.com, and you can reach us by phone at 205-512-7310.
All right. So, man, that was a pretty good conversation with the mayor of Center Point, man. I'm always ecstatic to kind of have him on, have his knowledge and his thought process. So appreciate you, Mayor of Center Point, Bobby Scott, for coming on to the show today. We still got a little bit more to talk about, man. We still got a little bit more to talk about. Yes, Tory Lanez. There's a lot going on with that. You guys are again tuned in to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Show Tuesday, January 26, 2021. Take a second, like the video, tag somebody in the video, and share the video. Let people know that we own the night, that we talking about the things that you care about. So let us know what you thought about. Big said free Tory. We're going to talk about Tory Lanez in just a few minutes.
Don't shoot me in my pinky toe.
We're going to show Tory in a few minutes, but don't go anywhere. We got a couple of commercials that we want to highlight for you guys. So stick around and we will be right back.
Baby, it's the black business. It's the black business. When you see us out there getting it, just support. Woo! Support. Hey! For real. Baby.
They say the white supremacists stormed the Capitol. Had it been niggas, we would've dead on arrival. Trump the worst president in U.S. history. Now all the racist niggas in the minority. But what you heard, we got guns too. If you niggas wanna fight, we can.
All right, so that is Willie Shut the Fuck Up. Stores right now everywhere. Spotify.
George Floyd didn't stand a chance. They can live again. FBI coming on to know if I would there.
Hung up on the niggas and told them take down. But the police.
I would have got them if the feds had to call me. I would have moved to a whole nother state. They got me fucked up. I would change my number and everything.
I'm not scared of them. Listen, I cussed their ass out when they called me. I'm not scared of them police. Yeah.
It's only 3 letters that I'm worried. 3 people I'm scared of. That's the F, the B, and the motherfucker. I ain't even worried about IRS because I ain't skin ass down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I get it to you. But the FBI, when them niggas come, hey, it's a wrap.
No.
Yeah. You know when the feds come, shit, it's a wrap. Fed at 97% conviction rate.
Yeah.
Shit, when they come, hey, when the feds got you, you might want to get ready to take that plea.
All right. So speaking of the Fed and all of that, Joe Biden. All right. So we talk about Joe Biden. All right. Joe Biden today signed an executive order that basically end the use of private prisons. Now, this may not seem like a nuts. Y'all saying, well, what is Joe doing for black folk? Well, first off, look at the number of people that's on federal prisons, black people, okay? That's number one thing. Let's do that. That's going to show you a high percentage of black people. Now, they're already using us because slavery is still legal in this country. So these private prisons basically have been using black people, using us as these prisoners in prisons. And so the federal government, let's talk about that because this is very important. Okay. Now, so today Biden orders the Justice Department to end use of private prisons. I'm gonna read part of the article from AP about the matter. So AP is reporting that President Joe Biden on Tuesday ordered the Department of Justice to end its reliance on private prisons and acknowledge the central role government has played in implementing discriminatory housing policy. Now, in remarks before signing the orders, Biden said the U.S. government needs to change, quote, its whole approach, end quote, on the issue of racial equity. Okay, I'm gonna break that word down shortly when I finish this. He also added that the nation is less prosperous and secure because of the scourge of systemic racism. He said we must change now, and also he said, quote, I know it's going to take time, but I know we can do it. And I firmly believe the nation is ready to change, but government has to change as well, end quote. Now, Biden rose to the presidency during a year of an intense reckoning on institutional racism in the United States. The move announced Tuesday reflects his efforts to follow through with campaign pledges to combat racial injustice. Okay. Now, beyond calling on the Justice Department to curb the use of private prisons and addressing housing discrimination, the new orders will recommit the federal government to respect tribal sovereignty and disavow discrimination against the Asian American and Pacific Islander community over the coronavirus pandemic. So that is what is basically happening. Today, Joe Biden took a very big step with ending the United States relationship with private prisons. Kristen Rouse said, I'm scared of Hoover, Homewood, and Hueytown. The 3 H's. That's where I shit. Ain't lying, bro.
I run their ass. I run their ass. Fuck that.
I don't want to go around either one of them. They say, yeah. Then they say,
I beat Hoover and Homewood. I ain't worried about none of them.
I'm still in court for Hoover right now, and Homewood. Matter of fact, I'm still in court for Hoover and Homewood. But
he pretty much did the same thing that Trump did too, though, right? With the ban on flights, the travel ban from Africa. It's a couple other countries that he put that travel that he reinstilled the travel ban too, though.
Donald Trump. So Trump's ban was much different than Joe Biden's ban. Okay, so Trump ban particularly went after Muslim countries. Okay, so his ban, when he first came in office, he said, well, we're banning people from these 7 Muslim countries. Okay, now, and people are like, okay, well, Muslim people, but the countries, most of the countries that he banned were majority black Muslim countries. Okay, and so that was a way for him to really say, fuck black people. All right, was saying, well, we're just going to ban the Muslim black people. All right. And now Joe Biden is different. Joe Biden's ban pertains to the coronavirus pandemic. That's much different. Now, we do need a ban. Our borders are open. You look at other countries, they close their borders. All right. There are certain countries you cannot even go to right now because they're not allowing anybody in. Because why? They're trying to contain the virus. All right. The United States is doing the same thing finally. All right. We went under Trump. We still had people coming in. There's no regulation. Now Biden has also said, well, in order to come to the United States, you have to have a negative COVID-19 test. Not a vaccine, but a negative test. That's the same thing other countries are saying as well. As a matter of fact, they're putting it on us because we're the ones who, have the biggest outbreak of this entire thing in the United States. But again, as it pertains to Biden orders on the Justice Department, I really think that this is going to help a lot of black people. And see, black people we're talking about, well, he got 2 weeks for tangible. This is a tangible. This is a tangible here. Okay. Now you said 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, right? Can you agree that it's been less than 2 weeks and we got somewhat of a tangible, right?
We ain't heard nothing about no check though.
Huh?
You doing all this? We ain't hearing nothing about no check though.
See, we were now. Come on, man. You worry about a damn check.
That's what we need. The first is coming up. Niggas gotta pay their rent. What is the check, Joe?
You don't need a check. The man, okay, when it pertains to Joe. No, okay. He signed a moratorium. He signed a moratorium on rent. Nobody has to pay their rent until, if you cannot afford to, until the end of March.
Oh well, shit. My landlord finna be mad as hell then.
All right then. So that's the thing, okay? So look, let me break it down. There's a couple of different things that they're doing to make this stuff all come together, okay? So Joe Biden is saying, all right, so he's doing step by step the racial equity part, right? Banning the private prison. Now, let's look at as it pertains to the, all the other stuff, okay? The checks. We don't need the checks right now because he put a moratorium on the rent situation. So you don't have to pay rent until the end of March, and he might further that out. Okay, but also
everybody ran $1,400.
Huh?
Everybody rent ain't $1,400.
Hold on, yeah, but check
People
this
may
out.
need $1,400.
But
my rent probably $600, and my car note probably $300, and my child support is $200. So I need 14, Joe.
Okay, that's not on Joe Biden. Okay, that's on Congress. Congress got to pass that. Then he sign it. That's how this stuff works. He can't. He doesn't have power
That's what
to
he
do
say.
it.
It's my $1,400, and I need it now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
Because you know what we gonna do? We gonna do the same thing Trump told them folks to do. If Joe ain't got our $1,400, we going to the Capitol.
All right, well, go ahead. You guaranteed to not get the $1,400 then.
And I'm putting somebody's ass in the dirt.
Michelle said, I was so about to ask about money. And then
stop giving this man the pass, man. We already got this white lady, the black lady white lady appropriating as a black lady and fucking our heads up and doing all this goofy ass shit in the office. They've been boring. We heard nothing about nothing going on. They just moved the goddamn dogs in. We don't give a fuck about no president's dogs. Joe, what the fuck is our check, though?
That's because you're not looking at it. And see, and that's the problem that I have with us is because we don't see, like, when folk trying to help, like, we didn't beat up on Donald Trump. Okay, when you got folk that's literally sitting in your face, we just hop and skip away. But then we got Joe Biden, okay? And as I follow this, from what I see every day, his administration has done something to help people in this country. But yet we want to, it's like we beat up on the people, damn, we want to beat up on Joe, but like this man literally is about to help people. He can't do it. Tomorrow marks 1 week since he's been in office. Okay. He has done things that he can while he's been in office. All right. Typically a president had 100 days, and that's what we judge them on. Black people being so can't,
days of presidency.
Yes, a president is determined by the presidency is always determined by their first 100 days. So all I'm asking is just allow the man to do something, okay? Every day he's doing something. I see it every day. These executive orders that he's signing, every day, I see what he's doing, okay? Now, Michelle, I want to burn it too. Listen. I'm going to tell Joe not to sing y'all no damn money. Y'all acting crazy over some damn money. I'm going to tell not to sing y'all no money. All right, you're going to get us kicked off Facebook now playing the song.
That's what we want, man.
No.
That's what we want, Joe.
So Michelle said, so we're not getting the money. Yes, you're getting the money. They got to pass it in Congress. Let the Congress do the damn job, okay? Let Congress do their job. Let the clerk. Okay, well, I'm sorry.
You know what they're gonna do? Did you see what the congressman said in Alabama about the only people need to get the $1,400? Did you see what he said? It need to be people getting the COVID vaccine. I ain't getting no damn vaccine. I'm gonna spin the block. Ain't nobody getting the vaccine. If they charge it, I want CVS to start lining these up. I'm adding the CVS out. Ain't nobody getting the vaccine over here if I can't get my $1,400 because I ain't taking it. You want to make me take a vaccine for my money, Joe? That you been telling me you gonna give me? Now you
want these folk money, but you don't want to do what these folk tell you to do to get it down.
No, I don't want to take no.
Well, look at that. You want these folk money, but you won't do the shit that these folk telling you to do to get the money.
I'm not letting you stick me for $1,400. You're gonna have to come with more than that.
Just like these folk with these food stamps. Now, if the government say you gotta take a drug test to get food stamps, what you gonna do? You don't want food stamps no more, huh?
Why we gotta take a drug test when the police officers don't take a drug test? The judges don't take a drug test. The lawyers not taking no drug test. So why is everybody imposing drug tests on the people that ain't got no fucking power for real? We just motherfucking work.
I'm with you.
Nurses have to recertify every year or every 2 years or something like that. But how many times do a police officer have to recertify? How many times do they gotta go back to training?
Have my face paralyzed.
Put another 0 on that mug. Give me my 4 acres and a mule, and I'll take the vaccine. That's when I take it.
Krista said, "Gotta take one for the team."
Fuck that. I ain't taking that for the team. Ain't no I team, but there is a me, and I ain't doing
I wouldn't take one for the team. So listen, if you don't want to get the vaccine for your 1,400, let me know. I take your vaccine and my vaccine, and I give you $400 of the 1,400. So that way we all satisfied. So
give me 600, and we got a deal.
Okay, 600 ain't too bad. You know, I can take 800.
We got a deal.
I'm with 800. I'm with 800. I can do 800.
And then both of you, then your shit gonna be like this. We ain't gonna even be able to do the show no more because you're gonna have Bell's palsy. Then I'm gonna be fucked up. Now you don't motherfucker like that. Memory gonna leave you. Goddamn, all this. You can't eat no box with your face like that, man. How you gonna eat a box with your face like that, Carlos?
I'm gonna nibble on the coochie. I'm gonna nibble.
You gonna nibble on the coochie? Nom 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 nom.
Big said, Carlos, you taking the vaccine? Yes, I'm taking the vaccine. No, look, all right. So this true story, okay? Because I got 4 grandparents. You remember I was saying I'm gonna get all 4 of my grandparents vaccinated. So my great grandma, she like 96 years old. She oftentimes called me by accident. So today she called me by accident. But anytime she called, you know, I'm like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, oh, let me call her back. You know, so I called her back. And then she always hurry you off the damn phone, you know. So she's like, I call you by accident, you know, okay, back. I'm like, hold on, grandma, damn, I'm trying to talk to you. You know, so we start talking. And then I said, well, grandma, you know, I said, do you want to take the vaccine? So I can get you, you know, get you scheduled for an appointment. She said, hell no, I ain't taking no vaccine. I said, you're not taking the vaccine? She said, no, I ain't taking the vaccine. So I'm like, I said, well, okay then. I said, oh, okay then, you know, but then, which is crazy because like her daughter, my nana, which is 76 years old, she's ready to get the vaccine. Like I already scheduled her. I already set her up with an appointment. You know, I'm like, all right, Nana, let's go get you this vaccine. Okay. But my great grandma, who is 96 years old, she gonna give you loud ass story. I'm already loud.
Shut the fuck up with it.
Really loud. All right, so it's gonna be very interesting. But that's what we got. Biden orders the Justice Department to end the use of private prisons. We're gonna take a quick break, Murdaham, and then we're gonna come back and talk about Tory Lanez. What the freak is going on with Tory Lanez?
What the
and all this bull crap that he got going on. Every day is something with Tory Lanez ass, man. Every goddamn day is something with Tory Lanez. But don't go anywhere, everybody. We're gonna be right back after this quick commercial break.
There we are in your living room on the big screen, building, shooting, and yelling at our teammates. Bad news for you is that we control the family room. The solution, iHang TV's zone-free gaming. We take your console and connect it to every TV in the house. You got company coming over? I can go to my room without missing a beat. And with the push of a button, you can see what I'm doing from any TV in the house.
iHang TVs. And yes, we like the wire.
iHang TV. And you can the wire. Boom, boom, boom.
Hang that mother TV, man.
You know, that's pretty cool though, like to get you, because I be going to folk houses, man. They be having TVs hanging and got that damn 30 wires hanging from that bitch. I'm like, God damn, you got everything hooked up. We gonna start around this bitch.
We gonna start fighting this bitch.
All this shit.
For real.
Man, I'm telling them, call iHang TV. They'll hang the wire for you. All right. Also, so today we got Lax Mobile. For those that are familiar, Lax Mobile Auto and Spa Pressure Washing. They're a residential and business company. Give them a call to 05-829-0157. They are a black-owned business here in Birmingham, where they'll come to you. They'll come to you to clean your shit. Also, tonight we have a vacation travel, Luxury Travel Suites. Let them book your next vacation or your dream vacation. They are available, Luxury Travel Suites. So please reach out to them for your travel needs. And also tonight we're sponsoring and we're partnering with Smiley's Creative Yard Sign, custom yard sign rentals. They have birthday, anniversary, graduations, and more. Just give them a call today and get carded to the Smiley Way. That's 205-451-6021. They're on Facebook and Instagram at Smiley's Creative Yard Sign. So please take them out. And also we have Styles by Tayana. They provide sew-ins and styles. They're accepting new clients for reservations. Please visit www.stylesbytayana, that's TAYANNA.com. They're located at 1616 Gaston Highway, Suite 108, Studio 101, Birmingham, Alabama 35235. That's in the Trustville area. So please, please, please take them out. And also, Yanni be popping, home of the free shipping. Now, they got the Yanni Pop free for $20. Also, body scrubs. The 8-ounce bottles are $10. You also get a Yanni combo, 2 Yanni Pops and 1 body scrub for $23. Body scrub scents. They have peppermint, lavender, lemon, love, and rose. Hit them up on Facebook at Yanni Be Poppin', and also on Instagram, Yanni_B_Poppin', Poppin. And for those that are wondering, well, what is a Yanni Pop? So Yanni Pops are these, what you see on your screen. They give you no odors after using the bathroom, no after sex odors, enhanced lovemaking, fast acting results, 4 to 6 hours.
Snap that pussy back.
They provide herpes outbreak relief. They provide hemorrhoid relief. They fight constant yeast infections. They're perfect for end of cycle. It affects the effects last for 30 days and only 1 to 4 capsules per month. So that is Yanni Pop. So if your coochie is going through a little thing, please hit up Yanni Be Poppin' so they could.
Hey, fellas, if you go in your girl room, you got that bag of Yanni Pops in that motherfucker, you might right for the.
Big said, do they prevent HIV? Well, might as well.
They almost there. They got to use that. They
prevent everything else. Counselor, Birmingham City Councilor John Hilliard, welcome, and thanks for tuning in, Counselor. We need to get you on the show. So, Counselor, I'll be in touch with you sometime soon to get you onto the show, Counselor John Hilliard. And a few final of the people we want to highlight tonight. Jewel Frenchies. If you guys are in the market for French Bulldogs, please look up Jewel Frenchies, and they have some very good Frenchies running for a very good price. On average, those things can run you upwards of $2,000-$3,000, if not more. But they are currently under that price. So we look forward to having for you guys to get those. And also Glam Couture. They sell satin caps, satin bonnets for $10. And they also have a lot of hair for good prices. 14-inch, 16-inch, 18-inch, 20-inch, 22-inch, 24-inch. They have in different styles, loose wave, body wave, or deep wave. So please get with them if you're in the market for some hair. We're going to take another quick commercial break really quick, everybody. When we get back, we're going to discuss Tory Lanez before we wrap up the show tonight. So stick by. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. back, everybody. You guys are tuned in live to the Carlos Chaverst Jr. show. It's Tuesday, January 26, 2021. We're in our final segment here tonight on the Carlos Chaverst Jr. show with myself and Murdaham. Murdaham, let everybody know where they can find you over this here internet.
Man, on this here telephone thingy, man, you can find me at Murdaham Tony. That's with the NH for neighborhood. Find me on all social media.
There you go, Murdaham Tony, and this is Instagram that's posted. My Instagram is Carlos Chaverst Jr. So please be sure to follow us both on Instagram. But you guys are tuned in. All right, so Murdaham, in our final segment here, we're talking about Tory Lanez and some stuff that's dealing with him. So basically, Tory Lanez is upset that Meg Thee Stallion gets to discuss the case, but he doesn't. So
he sounds like a little bitch. Why she get to tell and I can't tell?
Right, so
I get him though, because I mean you can't sit there and let somebody drag your name through the mud, man, and not want to say nothing. But when they got you, you know what I'm saying, on the gag order, then you know what I'm saying. I get what he's saying, because I don't think he shot her, man. I really don't think he shot her for real.
You don't think he shot her?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so who fucking shot her?
Somebody shot her.
Somebody shot her, but it just wasn't him.
I don't think it was him.
You don't think it was him?
I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think. Okay, let me rephrase this. I don't think he shot her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bang bang. I think it was like, you get what I'm saying? I think she was going for the shit. You get what I'm saying? Because she said she was drunk. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't.
Well,
I don't think that he shot her. Like, I don't think it happened like that. I think shit happened. The gun went off, but I don't think it was him actually pointing the gun at her and shooting her, because who would allow him to do that? Like, now you testing the character of everybody that was around. You get what I'm saying? Of your best friend who was in the car with you, of his security guard. Like, we talking about other people's character now. So who would, like, even if it was me and you and somebody else, like, if I physically shot a female, you get what I'm saying, you would have something to say about that. You know what I'm saying? If it was to the point of whether I was just out of line and I was just like, bow, you get what I'm saying? Bitch, bow, shut up. You shot me in my pinky toe. But if some shit happened, now it's subjective now. You get what I'm saying? Everything is so subjective because nobody's not saying nothing. I mean, even her best friend didn't come out. Like, if somebody shot you, like, you so adamant that this man shot you now, but you wasn't saying that up front, and everybody's like, oh, well, she's protecting him. Like, why would you protect him and he shot you? Like, why? If you shoot me, bro, it's on sight. It ain't no reason to protect me. You need to get some protection for yourself, because I'm about to try to spin on your ass because you just shot me. It ain't no more friendship no more. So if I shot you like that, like, it's over with. We not gonna be, why is you saving me? Why is you trying to spin anything anyway if I'm all the way in the wrong and I just shot you in the foot?
Well, okay, let's discuss the latest development. So Tory Lanez is basically saying, Meg Thee Stallion can talk about my case, so why can't I? Well, TMZ is reporting that Meg Thee Stallion recently sounded off about Tory Lanez allegedly shooting her, and now he wants to level the playing field and speak his mind. A judge had ordered Lanez to keep his lips sealed about info he gets from prosecutors in his case, and also barred him from contacting Meg on social media. But in a new court filing, he says that's totally unfair. In the docs, Lanez says it's unfair. Meg is able to say whatever she wants while he is basically prevented from defending himself. Now, there are some tweets that are out there that for Meg Thee Stallion that we see. One tweet said, trauma is real. I'm still, let's see. Actually, we're going to try to, let's see. We're going to actually pull up the tweets for you all so that everybody here could kind of see just the tweets that are out here that got him feeling the way that he's feeling. Let's see, come on. Where is it? Let's see.
Pull it up.
Let's pull it up. Here we go. Oh wait.
And
Okay.
I ain't with the bitch shit that she been doing. You know what I'm saying? The bitch you shot me, the bitch this, like, come on, man.
All right, so here's the tweet. So as you guys have been talking about it, she said Trump in one tweet, she said trauma is real. I'm still traumatized from losing my mom, dad, and one of my grandmothers, and on top of that, being shot. I'm not open about anything on the internet, usually because I like to keep my emotions private, but I'm reaching my limit. I'm going to keep staying positive. She also followed up with another tweet that said, y'all so believe black women and protect black women online, but when I literally say I got shot, it's confusing. And let's see, and also another tweet. She said, "Are you living under a rock? You think I brought this up today? And if I want to keep talking about me getting shot, I can. The fuck." But she shared that in retaliation of someone who said, "I'm sorry, Meg, but how long you gonna keep bringing this up?" So that's what someone said to her. So that is what led to her tweet. But so you guys see some of those tweets here. But we're gonna continue talking about this. But ultimately, I'm gonna continue reading where they stand. So that's the tweets. But Tory Lanez, he said he is particularly miffed about what went down last week when erroneous reports began circulating that the charges against Tory were dropped. Now, Megan responded on social media saying, quote, "At this point, I'm getting annoyed. Stop believing everything you read on the MF internet. Imagine how I feel waking up every day seeing people lie and turn my trauma into a joke. That whole team figures out ways to create doubt with my story every week, and the media eats it up," end quote. Now, according to Tory Lanez, Megan falsely insinuated he and his legal team had something to do with the bogus reports, therefore maligning their integrity. Now, Megan also commented, quote, "I can't wait until the MF facts come out. Bitch, you shot me and my story not changing, and bitch, you going to jail," end quote. According to the documents, Tory Lanez claimed there's evidence refuting Megan's side of the story, including evidence of gunshot residue implicating others. But because of the protective order, he's not able to disclose any of it. Now, Tory's also worried about optics, and the docs he's worried his silence might make it look like he's conceding what Megan says is true. So he's asking the judge to modify the gag order against him. As previously reported, Megan has remained steadfast that Tory shot her in July after they left a party, though Tory Lanez initially seemed to issue a public apology in September by saying, quote, "I was too drunk," end quote. However, he later came back and denied it. So that is what's going on with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Let's see. Vic said some report came out today about gunpowder residue implicating others. Yeah, I mean, so we got to see what that leads to. He also said they drugged Tory on Clubhouse, made him leave the room. Wow, I didn't even know.
Niggas is simps, man. Niggas nowadays, and I hate to say it, niggas are simps, right? Like, I don't know how many times like people have to keep being manipulated. You get what I'm saying? And it's like it's always guilty until proven innocent. It's not innocent until proven guilty, like it should be. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody's taking Meg Thee Stallion side.
As long as you got
everybody's taking Meg Thee Stallion side. Man, I'm not in no way, shape, or form saying that it was okay for her to be hit with bullets or anything, but I need black women to hold themselves accountable for the things that you do and the actions that you take, because everybody's not going to have that same mentality. And then it's women want to do whatever they want to do, and then they accept the consequences. But then when we don't give a fuck about it, it's like nobody protects black women. No, you have to hold yourself accountable for the things that go on around you. Like, y'all need to be more aware of y'all surroundings. Y'all be on Instagram taking pictures and doing all that other shit. Fuck that. Be aware of the shit that's going on around you, and then you don't have to worry about people protecting you. You can protect yourself. You don't have to put your safety in nobody else's hands because. And look at this situation right here. She was looking for everybody else to protect her except for herself. Like, it's certain things that you do to keep yourself out of those situations. The same thing with a man. Like, they tell men to not do certain shit, not do shit. Put your hair up. Don't wear your hair like that. Don't do like that. But ain't nobody giving women guidelines on how to not be accosted out here because people do not give a fuck. Like, women expect people to give a fuck. People don't give a fuck. Not saying I don't give a fuck, but people do not give a fuck to a certain extent. So stop putting that on other people, saying that we don't protect black women when we do, but when we do, y'all want to have your own voices and shit. So have your own voice, but be accountable for the shit that happens around you. Like all this hot girl shit that she be talking about, all this other shit, it'll get you shot.
You know, and so Michelle said, fuck both of them. I feel played because there's no way someone could have shot me and nobody retaliated. And that, which is also true. You know, that's also very true. You know, like, damn. Nobody, hell, we see what even happened with these little rappers out here. You know, they folk, you know, once something happens to something, they folk ready to go.
Know that it happened the way that she's saying it. That's letting you know right there it did not happen that way. Because if I shot you, bro, the police is right here. If I shot you, why are you protecting me? I just basically put your life in danger by shooting you. Why would you feel any kind of way to protect me? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not getting that part. Like, we gotta be straight and narrow across the whole thing. Like, as soon as that motherfucker would have said, if I was a female and this nigga just shot me and now I'm in fear of my life, I'm traumatized, I got all this shit going on. As soon as the police had pulled up, this nigga shot me. He shot me. That's what the fuck I would have been doing. Now you saying you shot me now, like, why you ain't say that then? But now we the ones supposed to believe you now when you told us 3 different stories, minus the fact that y'all was fucking. You never came out and said that y'all had a sexual relationship that came out through other people.
Because I be forgetting, I forgot part of the story, but initially she didn't tell us that Tory Lanez shot her, right?
No, she didn't say nobody shot her. When they went to the police station, when Tory got arrested that night for the gun, she did not say Tory Lanez shot me. That's when you should have said he shot me. Right then. Don't wait till it's like the Bill Cosby shit. Like with the rape shit with Bill Cosby. Like, I wait 18 years later to come and say this man raped y'all 18 years ago. Like, what kind of shit is that, bro? And that shit only happens to black men. I'm with Tory Lanez, bro. I'm tired of seeing the niggas going down the road, niggas getting acquitted. It's plenty of people go down the road and motherfuckers say one thing, and then 10 years later, his shit go overturned on the technicality, on DNA results, and all type of shit. So, nah, I'm with Tory Lanez, man. Innocent until proven guilty. And if I shot you, you should say I shot you right then.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You're not telling the whole story. She's not telling the whole story, bro. That's why I'm not on her side.
But all that's gonna come out in court. All that's gonna come out in court.
Exactly.
And also with what Vic said, normalize not thinking toxic is cute. And these folks think that this toxic shit is okay. It's not okay, man. You know, like, I don't know where we get that from. That it's okay to be damn toxic. What? Like what? No, it is not. It is not. And
he probably sent him to pick somebody else's titties, and he was mad. He was trying to see her titties. You tried to finesse me.
One of they ass was drunk, if not both. Now that both is also
all of them was drunk, man.
But remember Tory Lanez in the apology in September. Let's see. So I'm gonna actually read some of the apology, and it's 8:32 there. We're gonna get out here soon, but I'm gonna read. So this is from September 9th, 2020, where Tory Lanez texted Megan after alleged shooting, quote, "I just got too drunk." And so part of this story says Tory Lanez allegedly opened fire on Megan Thee Stallion because he was wasted. That's what he claimed in a text sent to her shortly after the bloody incident, as she was still in a hospital bed. So he actually texted her that, you know, he was too drunk. So to go to Vic's point, someone did actually indicate in this that they were actually, in fact, intoxicated. Now, they were at a party. There's no doubt in my mind that I do not believe that she was also intoxicated. I believe she was, very heavily so, you know, which probably led to a dispute, an argument, as oftentimes arguments end up happening. You know, when one person is riled up and another person is riled up and you're both on alcohol, okay, the argument escalates, right? So in this case, and from what I kind of see from the stories that I've read, that's probably more than likely what happened. There was a situation with them. They started arguing. Because let's look at the Chris Brown situation with Rihanna, right? Now, I'm not sure if you guys went and looked at Chris Brown's documentary, but he explained everything that happened. And I believe Chris Brown 100% because he had absolutely zero reason to lie years later after the fact. But when he talked about, well, you know, there were certain things happening. She had took the keys, you know, and she had like, you know, Rihanna was hitting on him first. Okay. Well, then he came back and hit her. You know, why she didn't face any criminal charges for being the initial aggressor. Remember Murdaham on season 1 of the show,
like that.
when it first came up, I talked about, well, who was the initial aggressor? And from what I believe that it very well could have been Meg Thee Stallion. Okay. Now, if she was shot, let me be very clear. I am not justifying. If she was shot, whoever shot her should be punished for shooting her. She was shot. I'm not taking that away. If it was Tory Lanez that shot her, he should face whatever consequences. Okay. Whoever shot her, they should face the consequences. Now, here's the thing, though. If she was the initial aggressor in the situation, however, she should also face some kind of criminal charges if the other person is going to face those criminal charges as well. It's been a pleasure, everybody. Murdaham, what's your final words, man?
Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself. Okay. I mean, those are good words. And my mom always told us, okay, keep your hands to yourself. If don't nobody hit, you know, you hit somebody. If somebody hits you, you hit them back. Okay. But see, I had a rough sister. All right. My sister always thought she was a tomboy because there was 3 of us and 1 of her. So she used to always like to hit us. And when one of us hit her ass back, she wanted to go crying to our mom. Okay. Well, my mom would tell her, well, you can't be sitting up hitting them because I told them if somebody hit them to hit their ass back. So when you got hit, you just got hit back because you were the initial aggressor and you was the one to hit. So I'm with that. Stop putting your hands on folk. I don't care. And they won't put their hands on you. Okay. That's the bottom line to it. All right. So you guys, everybody have a good night. Vic, thank you for tuning in. Michelle, everybody. Angie, she said she finally called a show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Every
tomorrow,
day at 7.
Yes, tomorrow we're back live at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Central. 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific. Damn. All right. But yes, that's what we got, everybody. It's been great. We'll see you guys here, same place, same time tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube Live. And everybody have a prosperous week. Listen, whatever you guys are going through, it's going to be okay. It's going to work itself out. Listen, we're all still in this pandemic. It's okay. You know, we're all dealing with things. We're going to all make it through together. You guys have a very, very, very good night. And we'll see you guys tomorrow right here on the Carlos Chaverst Jr. Show. Peace out, everybody.
It's the Carlos Chaverst Show. You and me will always be tied. Chaverst giving up his day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for the move. I know that I could always count on you to bring us all the new and latest news. And every day is a black man in this world. You know there's no one we'd rather hear it from. You and me will always be tight. Chaverst giving up the day and night. And even when you start acting like a fool, we appreciate you cause it's all for